Hello everyone, I just wanted to quickly go over the Shield Charge Berserker and what's been changed recently, or at least what I've changed recently. So one of the group self-found people found a Emperor's Vigilance, which I decided to use because it's almost a no-brainer with the amount of armor and energy shield it gives. It pairs really well with the Seething Fury. However, one downside is that you do get glancing blows, which throws away a lot of your survivability. And I know EHP doesn't say much, but I think I went from around 100,000 EHP to around 25,000 EHP when just swapping out the shield and changing nothing in the tree. So yeah, that's of course too little. I don't have to have that much EHP, but I want it to be at least a bit survivable. So in order to use the shield, I had to make some changes with the skill gems as well as the tree. But yeah, the damage increased a lot from this item, so I just wanted to quickly go over the skill tree and what changed there, and then of course I'll end it with a quick map showcase. So let's just start from the top, which now starts over here instead of at this rage node down here. So yeah, we took some extra reservation. Why that is I'll get to in a bit, but we are definitely reserving a lot of auras, so we have the increased damage per aura reserved. Then taking the overcharge and endurance node, a new impossible escape. I'll get to that in a bit where that is. Some more life, obviously. Same rage node, same crit node. Nothing changed here. Life, endurance charges, life, reduced cost. This shield node stayed the same. However, this shield node was removed. The thing is that since we are forced into glancing blows with the new shield, we need a lot less block from the tree, so that frees up a lot of points to put elsewhere. Which is the reason we could go all the way up there. Then still life here, and then this is where we have the impossible escape. So this saves us quite a lot of passive points. We don't have to pass to the right here and take this whole cluster here. We don't have to take these, we don't have to take these. And it gives us the benefit of being able to take this node, which gives us increased armor and evasion while fortified. Since we are now scaling both armor and evasion, since we lost a lot of our guaranteed damage mitigation from block, this node is very good for us as well. Other than that, I brought back the leech node. We were previously at 800 leech rate. Now this brings us back to 1400, so that's a lot better. Feels a lot better as well. This side node is gone, so we only have the damaging portion of these nodes. Of course, we do keep the two shield masteries, which is the attack damage per armor and the crit multiplier per energy shield on shield, which gives us a lot of damage. And then also I took the armor and area and damage per endurance charge. The good thing of this is as well that we get some more area of effect, and we also have that here with brinkmanship, which gives us a bit more area of effect. So that our shield charge clears a bit more of the screen and is a bit better mapping, because I felt like I was leaving a bit too many mobs behind eventually. Other than that, also cannot be ignited while at maximum endurance charges. Since we are wearing Radakash and Patience, we always are at maximum endurance charges. Then we have our freeze immunity from the tree, and we are now running Tempest Shield for both spell block and shock immunity. So that's the base 3 ailments covered, which is very nice as well. Definitely helps. Other than that, I added this jewel here. Found that just recently. It's the first proper Cross the Blood jewel I found, you could say, which allowed me to unspec out of this. We do lose some max resistances there, but it saves us quite a bit of points. So that's where Cross the Blood immunity comes from now. And that's roughly what has changed to the tree. So as for the gear, nothing much has changed in terms of all the items. The big change, of course, as you can see, is the Emperor's Vigilance. And then as for the skills, what has changed is that we are now using Tempest Shield. As you can see, it's still level 8. The change is very recent. Still need to level that up. But yeah, we use this to get the spell block damage. Because we can get a lot of attack block damage already on the tree, but we are lacking a bit of spell block. And previously what we did is we took 1% of spell block per 5% of overcapped attack block. But yes, that requires even more shield nodes. That would require 3 more. And this also grants the shock immunity as well, so it was a bit of a no-brainer there. Even though we did have to path up to the reservation node, we could pick up a lot of life nodes on the way as well, which made it worth, for me at least. And then we went into Grace. So because our blocks are no longer as effective, I figured, okay, let's see what a hybrid scaling of Grace and armor looks like. I think we can eventually reach around 20k evasion, 30k armor. So I think that's a pretty reasonable amount to have a comfortable feeling survivability with the damage that the build's at right now. We're currently sitting at I think around 13 million, a bit of 12 million, somewhere between 12 and 30 million DPS, which I think is more than enough to wipe a lot of the monsters that might pose a threat to you. Other than that, one more thing that you might notice is that I've added a Lion's Roar to the build, and I've swapped over to a Chase Flask. Obviously, when we are going to make the switch to, because we're switching to Evasion, we need a Chase Flask, and Lion's Roar is just a nice damage, which I set to activate on rare or unique enemies. I think that's about all that is really changed for the build. So yeah, let's run a quick map. I don't think it will be that much different, but you know, it's good to showcase. Maybe some people found this video before the actual build guide video and want to see what the build does, so then let's show it. One more thing as well is that we did drop out on 1 rage on hit node. So as you can see, our rage generation is a bit slower now, as it takes a bit more time to build up. Previously we were on 8 per hit, and I think we're now on 3 per hit. So that's a slight downgrade, but yeah, I think it's still more than enough. And since the end node, I think we only got 6 max rage out of it eventually. Yeah, 6 max rage to me was not worth the investment of the 3 points there. So yeah, that's why we have a bit less rage on hit right now. If it doesn't feel as nice because it takes a bit too long to ramp up, I might switch it back. But yeah, for now this is what I'm going to be running with. Yeah, as you can see, we do have a bit of a bigger AoE. Also definitely helps with the obliteration explosion. I feel like maybe it's placebo, but I think it skills also off your area of effect. But I might be wrong there. So yeah, that's about it. Let me just quickly take down the boss. So then we drop our war banner and we shield charge into the boss. Cool. Alright, well, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I know it's a little bit of a shorter video. Currently I'm working on a Cobra / Assassin build, so hopefully I'll put a video out for that soon, depending if I manage to find the Green Maven build. Still working on that. So yeah, thank you. Wish you all a very nice day.